So we are here now with Angela Connolly from Convu Interior Design. Hello, how are you?
Hiya, hiya.
You designed the Harvey Norman Connected Home Showhouse. Now we're outside the front door, or what would be the front door. Can you take us through the house?
Yeah, I will, yeah. So as you approach the front door, you notice it's slightly different to your standard front door. It's actually a pivot front door, which is pretty cool because it opens quite widely and it's just secured into the floor or whatever, So it's the folding door company actually supplied these and they're in Dublin.
It's such a feature. As soon as you get to the door, literally, you've got your first big feature right there. It's fabulous, and I love the angle of it and everything.
Yeah. That's it. And then when we come into the hall, you notice that it's quite dark, but we have this feature light. They're bulbs.
And a lot of people going for this hanging pendant light, very industrial looking.
It's
trend
very
at the moment.
Trend at the moment or whatever. So these were all individual cables that are available from Harvey Norman, and these filament bulbs also are very on trend. So we just created a feature out of it, and we just kept everything very dark on top, and then just the light just shines out.
And I noticed the panelling as well.
Yeah.
Panelling traditionally has always been quite traditional, so to speak. This is very modern. Absolutely love the pattern and the look. Why did you decide to go for this?
Well, we decided to go to add, because we wanted to brighten up the space and we wanted to add a bit of feature to the hallway, and we decided that rather than go for traditional, because the house is no way traditional, that we would go for something quite modern.
Would this be quite popular yet, or are people still a little bit nervous about taking this step?
It's very popular at the moment, and if you look at the colour trend stands, 3 out of the 8 designers actually have wall panelling, so it just shows like that the trend is there. People want it, but they just want different types of panelling, other than the traditional form.
Definitely more modern look. Yeah. The blind, this is a very cool feature. Definitely want this in my own home.
Yeah, exactly. So these are actually a laminated blind, so instead of having your standard roller, these are actually called a twin from Corcoran's Furnishings Limited. They supply these with the lovely pelmets. They're all motorised, so they can either be battery operated or wired, remote control,
have a go there, will we?
or from a switch. Now you just do this, and then you just stop it wherever you want it, or when it comes to the floor, it'll just stop automatically or whatever. I suppose nowadays, because of the cords and stuff like that, which, unfortunately there have been some fatalities with children tangling in the cord. You've no cords or anything on this.
Definitely no cats swinging
so
out.
It's much safer, for a family or whatever, So as I say, you can have a remote control or from a switch. Which is really good. Yeah.
So you've gone for a wooden floor in here before going into the concrete.
Exactly. Yeah. So this is a laminate, a walnut laminate floor available from Newman's. It's Chrono Swiss is the brand. It has texture, so it's not like the old-fashioned laminates that used to be very plasticky looking. This actually has a texture. You can see the grain in it. You can actually feel the grain in it. So, and it's I think it's about a 30-year warranty with it, so it's not going to you won't have to replace it.
And it looks fantastic. The finish on it is great.
Yeah,
just even when I'm rubbing my foot against it
so
there
it's
now.
not like the old plastic ones or whatever, so it feels like a real floor.
And is it a lot more cost effective to go this route?
It is, yeah, because they range in price from 24 upwards per metre. The semi-solid floors, for a good one, you'd probably be starting at maybe 60 a metre.
There's a big difference there.
And you've maintenance on that, And
30-year warranty, as you said, on this.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. So it's great, yeah.
So lastly, in the hallway, this is our understairs, so to speak.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. So we have these sliding robes from Harvey Norman. These are a new range. They're a German brand called Jutzler, but this is actually glass. An anthracite glass at the front of it or whatever, and I don't think they're that badly priced either, but then you can get whatever internal fittings you want, and with the lighting and everything, if you had it in your own home, you'd have to, switch it on and off yourself, but it's just set to be on all the time.
And it's all very practical, is it? Even the finish on the door there, the way it blends seamlessly into the wall colour and everything. I mean, that's kind of what people want, seamless.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Yeah.
Let's venture into the kitchen, the open space. Absolutely adore this. Even the colour scheme now, totally on trend, the greys and the yellows.
Well, grey is the new cream, the new neutral, and my brief was to create something with a very muted colour palette. So greys, greys, whites, taupes and that sort of thing. So we went for the grey tiled floor to give it that more kind of like industrial kind of a look. But it's a beautiful porcelain tile, Durstone from Avant-Garde Limited, but it's just really nice, and the size of the tile is actually a little bit different. So
is it easy clean?
Yeah, very easy. Yeah, porcelain and hard wearing.
This is amazing.
Yeah. So the whole kitchen was designed by myself and manufactured by Enigma Design, and we decided the worktops are provided by Miller Stone down Rathnew, and to display the different types of worktop. This is a silestone worktop, but we've got a 50mm counter on the island.
Very luxurious.
Yeah,
isn't it?
it's very luxurious, very high end. And on this area it's a 30mm, so they're both polished worktops, and then in the utility, which we'll be going into in a minute, that has a suede finish, so it's just to show the different finishes or whatever.
So it is an option, and people shouldn't feel just if they're doing the island in the 50mm that they have to do the rest of the finishes and the rest of the counter worktops the same.
That's it. And I mean, this is low maintenance. It's not like your marble or your granite.
Yes.
You can do anything that's going to last. It's not going to, the only thing, just don't put anything with an abrasive, that it'd scratch it. But other than that, it's going to last a long time.
Worthwhile surface to invest in, absolutely.
Yeah.
So obviously over here then we've got the open display. Is
So
this quite, not having so much cabinetry, but also the clean lines? Is this very popular?
Clean lines, it is very popular, and not having, the handles or anything. So we have all our handles are made into the doors,
Yes,
Yeah. And then this is a feature that Millers can do as well, so actually build in your sink and everything, so it's all one product.
Now, what if I dropped a pot or pan in there?
Not going to.
Okay, nothing's going to
make
I won't have any
difference,
cracks or anything like that?
No, you won't. And for this kitchen, we decided to go with a timber, and it just spray finished the timber in the anthracite as well, just to bring it out.
I love how that pops.
It just adds a bit of a feature rather than having to tile or put glass on it. Then we have all our LEDs, which are part of our home automation. So they're all connected to the home automation that was actually installed by Lightvolt. And so they can all be controlled from either your screen here or
okay, let's
from
take a quick look at that actually,
yeah.
So this is your central hub.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. So, I mean, it shows you the temperature actually in the house, your time, and then you can control the lighting from this. And they also do these lovely surrounds, so you can change these plates to different finishes. So, I mean, you could have white, or you could have like a crocodile effect skin, or you know what I mean. So you can change these to something and just change.
So you can have it blending in with the walls if you want, or as a stand. I quite like it in the chrome silver though.
They're lovely, yeah. And they're very high end, yeah.
So in here now?
Yeah, into the utility. So
is it this is my favourite room in any house. Is that
know,
weird? I don't know.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
just it's so practical, and now people are investing time in it. It's not just an afterthought.
Yeah. And in here we went for much more kind of more a sterile look. Like it's much paler colours and stuff, but it's very practical. You have all your appliances. If you like your wine, we have a big wine cooler or whatever, and if you just have to hang something up, we have like a little section for hanging your clothes, but there's plenty of storage in here for everything. And we have a glass splashback, and as I was saying, on the switch, the sockets there, that's just a different finish, so it just shows the different finishes available from Lightvolt.
The detail that's gone into all of this is incredible, really, isn't it?
I know, it's all thought out and planned.
And all the Samsung products
Yeah,
as well.
exactly. And this is a Wi-Fi washing machine, so you control it from your phone or your touchpad.
A Wi-Fi washing machine.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. So, I mean, if you were in the car driving to work or something and remembered you hadn't switched on the machine,
there are no excuses anymore.
Absolutely none whatsoever.
Fabulous.
So you switch it off. And
my goodness. And the robot vacuum cleaner. Yeah. I'm going to have to tell himself about that when we get home.
Exactly, yeah.
Can I just touch on these?
Yeah.
I suppose these could be kind of a bit of a Marmite situation.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. I mean, look at, you either love them or you hate them, but they're very kind of on trend at the moment. They're available in Harvey Norman.
They're great. No, I think they're very interesting. They're modern. They're kind of a feature in themselves. Add that little bit of something extra, don't they?
These pendant lights as well. They're available from National Lighting. And they just add a bit of interest. You know, you don't have to go for something with a shade, but you can actually put a shade on those as well. But I just think it's kind of interesting seeing the bulb. And everybody's into more energy efficient lighting now at the moment, and that's hence, you know, we've used LEDs wherever we could, and they're kind of energy efficient.
And the pendant lighting, it is very much kind of like a piece of artwork now, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's very much
a big feature.
It's as much a feature as a table or something like that.
Exactly. Yeah.
Lastly, in the kitchen, I just want to ask you about having an island. A lot of people are having islands in their homes now when they can, and having the cooker in the middle as opposed to the hob over you and tucked away in the corner where you can't chat to people as you're entertaining. A lot of people obviously want this.
Much more social, you know, where if you're cooking, you can have a conversation with people or whatever. And this whole open plan way of living really, you know, is much more social. Like if you're getting to dinner or whatever, that you can still watch it, especially on your 65-inch TV.
Because we all have those at home.
We all have those at home, yeah. Exactly,
but it gets the family involved, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So seamlessly, again, I mean,
into
the whole thing just flows, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Walking from our kitchen to our dining area to our sitting room. Talk me through what you were thinking when you were designing all of this, Angela.
Okay, well, you know, we had certain products that we had to include. So the range of furniture, this is an Italian range of furniture which Harvey Norman are only launching this week. It's a Dom Italia range of furniture. This dining table, it's actually a ceramic top, you know.
That feels great.
So, like, I mean, if you got a drill bit to that, or kids got, you know, a nail or anything, it won't scratch. The only thing that will break it is ceramic.
Right.
So, like, if you walloped ceramic off it, it's going to break it or whatever. But it's just very stylish, and you know, on the pedestal, the chairs as well. We just added the pop of colour, so it's very muted colour palette, and then the pop of the mustard just to add a bit of warmth.
Mustard seems to be real hit at the moment, doesn't it?
Yeah, and it's nice warm. Just gives it that bit of warmth. And as well as that, the sideboard from Dom Italia as well. All the doors. Everything on this, like you can have a different colour plinth, you can have different coloured doors, you can have different coloured tops, so there's thousands of variations.
So you can really personalise and customise everything.
You can personalise everything, you know. And we have the blinds then just picking up on the mustard as well, you know.
The same blinds, the same company as in the hall.
Same company, yeah. Corcoran's, yeah.
And moving on down to the sitting room then.
Yeah.
So is this unusual having a freestanding lamp in a sitting room now?
No, I don't think so, especially with open plan living. I mean, with the concrete base on this, it's not going to be knocked over.
Absolutely,
it weighs a ton.
And it still adds that, like you say, it feels that element of industrial, doesn't it, into each room?
Yeah. So, I mean, this is a new range. This sofa, I mean, if you feel that leather, it's absolutely gorgeous, isn't it? Like, it's just butter soft, I would call it. Like, soft. It is, and it's so comfy or whatever. And then we've got the chrome detailing on it, which, you know, keeps that real modern look, and it ties in with our other chrome. And you know, our technology from Harvey Norman, like the likes of our, you know, the computers that can be, you know, kind of, you know, bent down and put flat, or, you know, instead of maybe having your laptop on your lap, you know, something like this on a small coffee table in front of you or whatever. And this range with your TV, and that's another range, that's the same range from Dom Italia. So we've kept all the main parts the same colour. We've just added a panel just to show that you can change
and
the surfaces.
That range
That's
is launching this week.
It is in Harvey Norman.
It's spectacular, really, isn't it? It's very high end.
It is very high end, and it is very luxurious. Onto our fireplace. This fire is actually an Irish-made fire. It is
an Irish-made fire.
Yeah, so it's made in Ireland. So Dimplex make it. LEDs. So it's based on LEDs and mirrors. So what you're looking at there is actually a reflection from. So all your logs and everything are up on the top, and that's just reflected down.
Really? Is that unusual? Is that some kind of new technology that they're operating these days?
They've actually developed in Ireland.
And I can see there when you look underneath. That's very clever.
Isn't it, yeah? And it doesn't actually give out any heat.
Just purely for effect.
Exactly, because nowadays, a lot of people don't go for open fires or anything like that, and they've underfloor heating, so they don't actually need the heat in the room, but they need a feature.
It's more about feeling comfortable and cozy, isn't it?
And because people, like when we were standing in the showroom looking at this, we were actually getting warm, even though I wasn't getting off any heat.
My feet are feeling less cold.
I know, yeah, exactly. And like, you don't want the focal point in your room to be your TV.
No, of course not.
So I mean, at least it's a bit of a feature.
And I
love
love the fact that it's built in, and like you said, you have this mirror effect underneath.
Yeah.
It
so
just really brings
cool,
everything together, doesn't it?
Yeah. It's really
bedroom.
Cool.
I'm very excited to see this.
Okay, yeah. So the bedroom, I suppose it's every girl's dream, isn't it, to have a 6-metre wall of wardrobe space.
Angela, we need to sit down and have a chat.
Yeah, exactly.
This is amazing.
Yeah. And this is the same company who made the robes in the hall, Jutzler, the German company. And like that, the doors are an anthracite grey glass with, the handles, which are just a little bit different.
Yeah, it's just the finish.
Yeah.
The finish and everything is really a selling point,
isn't
it?
It is, yeah.
Because it just goes that extra mile.
Exactly.
It's that extra detail.
And I don't think they're astronomically dear for the quality that you're actually getting. And as you can see, the internal fit out, they left the doors off this part just so people could see the combinations, that people can actually do. Again, the lighting in here is from National Lighting. The bedroom, all the bedroom furniture, the bedding actually is from Harvey Norman as well. And the rugs and everything, the flooring from Noyax.
The thing I always find with bedrooms as well, you have to be so careful, particularly if it's a couple's room. You don't want it to be too feminine, but not too masculine either. And grey really seems to hit that spot, doesn't it?
Yeah, exactly, because it's very universal, male and female. These lockers and things like that were specially made for the show, and I think Harvey Norman are going to have them in stock. So they just really blend in with the whole look.
And the knob handles are lovely too.
Exactly, yeah.
Quite quirky.
Yep. Exactly. And in here we have the touchpad as well, to control heat, light, so we can, and these are from Lightvault, the home automation, so we can dim down our lights here. So just creating a different atmosphere in your room.
Quite Bond-esque gadgety, isn't it?
So you could have that beside your bed and switch off your lights from your bed or whatever, Yeah.
So we're running out of time, but this is a fabulous room. The garden.
The garden is the next place. Yeah.
And again, this is the same dooring company who provided
the folding door company or whatever did these. So these are actually, I won't open them, but they're actually bifold, so they fold all the way back.
Whole thing back.
Yeah. So they are gorgeous and they're really good quality doors or whatever. We painted the outsides actually the same colour as the doors, so it actually all just blends in. So it's a colour trend paint or whatever. It is, yeah.
It's quite natural, everything blends.
Everything just blends or whatever, And then the garden here is just like another outdoor room, another room in the house or whatever. Again, furniture's from Harvey Norman. It's a new range that they're going to be bringing in. The table, I don't know what the warranty was, but it's a long warranty. It won't actually disintegrate in your garden, so you can leave it out.
No repainting or anything?
No. Just maintenance free. Same with the chairs. They're outdoor, indoor. You can use them in either location or whatever. I think the garden, the paving and everything is fantastic, isn't it? Kilsarn, and then with just the little strips of, the imitation grass, it just really gives it.
I really like that.
Yeah,
detail.
It's lovely, isn't it? Yeah, and you don't have to have a lawn, and you don't need to own a lawnmower either.
That's the thing.
Because it's imitation.
Oh my goodness, there's literally no excuse anymore in a home. I mean, there's so much stuff that you can do.
And people are so time poor, aren't they?
They are. That's the thing. Everyone wants all the nice elements, but they want very little time.
And then we've this lovely oven here, from cooking your pizzas or whatever in your garden. Hopefully we get the weather this year.
Fingers crossed. We're doing well so far anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
Brilliant.
And this sculpture, I just think, having the daffodils, the nice pop of yellow, and then this yellow sculpture, I just think it just brings it to life, doesn't it?
As you said, it's another room. This isn't a piece of artwork to go in a perfect home.
Yeah, it is.
Angela, thank you so much.
Okay, thank you very much. Yeah, hope you liked it anyway.
Connect home. It's absolutely amazing. Thank you.
Okay, no problem. Thank you.